Welcome back, guys. Thank you for joining us today. Today we are talking about essential oils and how they can help us in many ways, obviously, but specifically for us, always trying to find ways to help manage stress. Because my clients come to me with a lot of stress,
Right.
and I do the best job I can every time I'm able to treat them, but we want to be able to send them home with things that can help and things that they can do on their own every day, not just when they can get a massage once a month, but new things they can introduce. And essential oils are all the rage now, so I wanted to bring someone you've been working with this for a while and just give a little more information. And by the end of this interview, we're going to talk about having a bedtime routine. And you may say, I'm an adult, I don't need a bedtime routine. Well, you're a cranky, unslept adult. You're not sleeping well. So yes, you need a bedtime routine. No, it really does help to have good habits, because many of the things I deal with people are the results of the bad habits. So we'll talk about a bedtime routine that's going to help you sleep better. And the more sleep you get, the better everything is, because there's so many studies that are showing the results of not sleeping well. Alzheimer's contributing to that. So we need sleep. At the end of this video, we'll talk about how to develop a better sleeping protocol for yourself. So Carolyn, let's just dive right in. Oils. So the people that aren't using them are like, what's the deal with the oils? So tell us what the deal is.
Right. So I'm Carolyn Erickson, and thank you very much for this chance to talk about essential oils for health. And they're really, you said they're kind of the rage right now, but they've been around for generations upon generations. However, science is catching up with what our ancestors knew, that plant medicine is very supportive of our bodies, and that the benefits of aroma are just vast in helping to calm us, to soothe us, to uplift us when we're feeling blue or sad, to bring down some anxious feelings that may be causing some stress. So all of these, there are scientific studies now about which oils do what, but you can kind of go with what your body is drawn to at times. So I can jump right in.
Sure,
a couple.
Absolutely.
Speaking of stress or just feeling kind of anxious, anything that is sort of uplifting and settling. So I think of the citrus oils. Citrus trees grow, they're reaching up to the sky. They're, when you open up, peel an orange, you can't help but smile, right? You feel uplifted. And that's what the citrus oil.
Well, I have to smell it.
Yes. Like orange
Just
and
like
lemon,
the candy store.
Lime,
that's
tangerine,
wonderful.
grapefruit. Those are just so uplifting, right? Things that are more settling and soothing would be the woodsy oils like cedar wood or frankincense. I'll let you smell that. Frankincense, we know from biblical times, but these two oils from steam distilled from wood or from resin from wood can be very calming to the nervous system. Now, you notice when you're breathing that in, you're having an immediate response, right? So that the tiny, tiny molecules of those essential oils are entering the olfactory system, to the limbic system, to the amygdala, where mood and memory and emotions are stored, and you're having very quick response.
Yes, I like to explain to people, when you walk into a house or a building and there is a food being prepared that is something that is usually cooked around Christmas time, you immediately feel warm inside because it feels like home or smells like home. So we do have triggers from memories based on smell. And that with my clients, I start every session with an essential oil, and I usually use the same oil for about a month because I have a lot of regular clients. So they come in, they don't even half the time know what they're smelling. They usually ask, and it trains their brain every time they smell that, okay, it's time to relax. It's time to calm down. So that's what we're going to be talking about with the sleeping pattern later, train ourselves in a good way with these new habits.
Yes. And having it nearby is key. So keeping it in a diffuser here, diffused into the air, or putting it onto diffuser jewelry like a lava bead so that it's near you, it's on your reflex points, or just having the bottle with you as needed. So what you might do in a time of stress is just put a drop right in your hand, rub your hands together, and then cup and inhale, making a little personal diffuser like that. So I'm using lavender. You would have thought I would jump to lavender first for stress and sleep, but this is sort of the gateway essential oil for anyone who needs some support during anxious times, or to get their body settled down, to tell their mind that it can stop worrying about all the lists that didn't get taken care of, all the concerns, and just move the nervous system into a more relaxed state.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's lavender. Roman chamomile is another wonderful one that's very calming, especially children. If you've got children, you maybe have a little stress in your life. So using some Roman chamomile around them settles them down. That's helpful for you as well.
And with kids, I like to tell my clients as well, because I'm always trying to, help in any way possible, because at the end of your day, us trying to get to bed is determined by how our kids are getting to bed. So no matter the research, even if it were just, which it's not, but even if it were just a placebo effect, getting your kids involved in this, getting your kids helping set up the diffuser, letting your children pick out the oils, let them putting the drops in the diffuser, getting them involved and helping them have a bedtime routine. Bedtime might even go more smoothly if they get to help and do something special. So that's a good tip, I think, as well to do, is let your children be involved in this process.
Yeah, I was just teaching about this actually last night. A dad was talking about the wild boys, just getting them settled. And we have a couple of different blends that are essential oils that are blended together for very specific purposes. And two that I was mentioning to him are very calming. And I was like, you can make up a little rollerball bottle. So this is an example of a rollerball bottle. There we go. And it can just roll right on the children, maybe down the spine or the bottom of the feet, but it's heavily, heavily diluted with some sort of carrier oil. Essential oils are very pure and potent, so if you're going to apply to the skin, you want to always dilute them. Coconut oil is great, jojoba, almond oil. What type of massage oil you use in your practice?
All of those,
Yeah. So with children, you would heavily, heavily dilute it, but then they're going to be so empowered. They're going to connect that to their bedtime routine. They're going to be grabbing it, rubbing it on the bottom of their feet where they have all those reflex points. Their little personal IV system is just going to take that up and settle them, and it's going to create a beautiful routine.
And going back to one of our previous videos with Dr. John Bartimus, he was talking about pain receptors and how when your child falls and you touch them, those nerves travel, that soft touch, gentle touch, those nerves receive information and send it to the brain quicker than pain. So just imagine at the end of your night when your children are, stressed from school, or you might have sick children, or it's lots of things could go on. But that personal touch that you're able to have with them and to incorporate that into your day, and especially your evening before bed, is just huge. Yeah. Be huge for the family.
It's going to be a wonderful routine for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, great memories too.
Yes, absolutely. So lots of ways to incorporate it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next oils, what else do you have for us?
Yeah, I was thinking of vetiver. Vetiver is a very musky oil. It's distilled from the roots of a grass that typically grows along river beds, along the side of the river. And that grass grows here for a purpose of helping with erosion, to really stabilize the river bank. And it actually has a very similar effect on us, and that it's very stabilizing to us. Just like you think with those orange trees being uplifting, and the woodsy things being very centering and grounding for us, like a tree is very grounded. Vetiver, actually distilled from the roots of that grass, super musky, like I said, but just so settling to the brain. I call it my oil for monkey mind.
Oh, monkey mind. No one has that.
Or, right, that hamster wheel. Especially when you're really tired and anxious and stressed, but you absolutely need to tell your body to
calm
settle
down. Yes.
It's like a little off switch so that you can just get some good rest. And I use that nightly.
Awesome.
Because I have a pretty busy day.
Yes.
I need a little off switch.
Yes.
And again, that one diluted, maybe combined with with lavender, diluted with the coconut oil. So good for children who are super duper bouncy, shall we say.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So let's see. Sandalwood is another biblical oil. Again, very calming. Again, a woodsy one. And then bergamot, or some say bergamot. It is a citrus from Italy. And this one is the oil of self-love.
Okay.
So that's part of our struggle, with just getting through the day often. Have we done enough? Have we done it well enough?
Our worst enemy is in between here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So diffusing bergamot or applying it topically with a carrier oil, great protocol just to remind yourself you're doing a great job.
Yes.
You're doing the best that you can. Talking about topical application, I always give my little safety tip. With anything that is a citrus oil, like the wild orange that we talked about early, or lemon or bergamot, if you apply it topically to your skin, it can cause photosensitivity. So you would not do that in an area that would be exposed to the sun if you're going to go out in the next 12 hours or so. So
yes, very good. Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's really about it. I have peppermint here.
Always good.
Yeah, always good. Good for pain. So aches and pains can keep you from getting that good night's sleep. So applying this with frankincense, again, love these two. And then lavender is also great for pain. So combining those, layering them, applying them right to the area, using your carrier oil like coconut oil is going to soothe the inflammation, help your body relax, leading up to the great night's sleep.
Yes, which is we all need.
Yes.
So this is doTERRA oils, and this is what I use in my my practice. So let's talk a little bit about quality of product because, like I said, it is becoming more popular now, and you can find bottles of essential oils for a couple bucks. Right. But just as with medication that Dr. John talked about, because it's buy one, get one free does not mean it's good. So talk a little bit about the quality of this product and comparatively to others that are on the market.
Yeah. So doTERRA is the largest essential oil company in the world, and I believe primarily it's because of their sourcing practice. They make it a point to go around the world to find the essential oils where those plants grow indigenously, where they're grown for their most therapeutic value. So mentioning that vetiver actually has been growing in Haiti for the perfume industry for a long time. And that's where doTERRA is sourcing it, not only sourcing it there, but really supporting those farmers and creating a very vibrant income and economy there. The frankincense from Somalia and Oman, the peppermint from Oregon, where we know that rainfall is just right for peppermint. Let's see, what else do I have? Oh, the lavender from Bulgaria. So where it's grown is super important. Then the testing process. They have a multiple level testing process. Every liter is tested, and if it doesn't meet the standards, it doesn't end up in a doTERRA bottle. In fact, there is a lot number on the bottom of each bottle, and that can be checked at sourcetoyou.com, and you can actually see the testing results.
Wow.
And then each label is going to tell you how to use it. So you might be for aromatic use or topical use, again with the carrier oil. And some are safe for ingesting. It would have a supplement fact box on there if you were able to ingest it, and that would just be 1 or 2 drops. Again, super pure, potent, and powerful. A little bit goes a long way. 1 or 2 drops. You're going to get your money's worth by diluting with that carrier oil, which is going to be better for your skin anyway.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And I do always like to remind my clients, and they hear this in every interview that I do, especially if you're ingesting anything, you always want to talk to your doctor about that. So anything we're putting in our body, we want to be talking to a healthcare provider to confirm that it matches up with everything else we're taking. So just a little side note there. But when we go back to the oils, tell us how other places are getting their oils for so cheap. you can find at the drugstore or the big,
Right.
your big box stores. What are they doing to their oils?
Yeah.
That,
There's no telling.
yeah. There's no telling what's in the actual liquid.
Right. And you don't want to buy any of them from Amazon either. I love Amazon for a lot of things, but you want your doTERRA essential oils to come directly from the doTERRA distribution center in the doTERRA box so that you know it's not tampered with. But oils that are out there and at the drugstores and other places, because of the lack of really strict labeling on it, it could say therapeutic and still have some coconut oil in it. The fractionated coconut oil doesn't have an aroma, so you could be having an oil that's actually been cut with a carrier oil. It could have traces of pesticides or insecticides or herbicides because of just the way it was sourced or the way some testing maybe was not done as well as it could have been. So I really feel like ours, because of the way they're sourced, where the plants grow indigenously, and because of the many, many steps of testing, you're going to have a great confidence level to use them aromatically, topically, or internally with comfort.
Awesome. And we'll put links to the science behind some of this and how anyone watching could get more information on purchasing it. I don't sell it. I don't have time to do that. I just like to use it. And I use it in my home every day.
Yeah.
My children love it. One of my favorite blends probably is Flume.
Okay.
Is it Kick-a-Bug? What is the nickname for it?
Yeah. Stop the crud.
Stop the Crud blend. So it's, let me see if I can remember, put me to the test here. Frankincense, lemon, oregano, a blend called On Guard, and Melaleuca. I got it. Yes. But that is my favorite. And I diffuse that in my office during the flu season every day.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, and personally speaking, I have had asthma pretty bad as a child. So scents still kind of trigger me sometimes. I haven't come across the oil with our blends yet that has bothered me.
Right.
So no matter if you prefer the citrus or prefer the woodsy, whatever, there's none of them are overpowering or too strong, even for me. So.
And it could be you had reactions to synthetics. So some essential oils in the perfume industry, it might say essential oil, but it's actually a synthetic.
I have had that experience in a spa before.
Yeah.
So they were going to use a certain essential oil in a treatment, and they made me sneeze, and you can tell the difference. They smell more chemically, if that's a word.
Yeah.
They smell more. They don't smell as pure, for sure. You can tell the difference.
Yeah.
Just to finish this out, tell us, if someone has trouble sleeping through the night, and there's many reasons why, and you can go to specific oils, but give us your top either single or blend that you would recommend for someone having trouble sleeping.
That's a great question. We're all beautifully and wonderfully made and therefore very different. So my favorite oil might not be yours.
Sure.
What we like to do is, help people experiment. How's the lavender working? That's almost always a go-to for sleep. And if the lavender is not working for them, then we move to the woodsy one. So I'd say start with lavender essential oil in a diffuser, bottom of the feet, maybe spray a little bit on the pillow. And then cedar wood and orange together, which sounds unexpected to me because orange to me is like a morning essential oil. It's very uplifting, but it also really helps with anxious feelings. Okay. And then combined with that woodsy cedar, very stabilizing oil, that's another favorite.
And how many days would you tell someone, okay, try this for this many days to see how it works for you?
Usually, right away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good.
Yeah.
So again, if you have any questions, we'll have links in the YouTube video. Anything else you'd like to share with our guest? We're going to go into your sleep protocol next.
Okay, good.
So,
yes,
yeah. Okay.
I love this. Go right ahead because I am a big fan of sleep.
Awesome. So now we're going to go through a recommendation that I like to give my clients to help them go to bed and go to bed because that's such a hard thing to do. There is always more we can do at the end of the day. There's always more work to be done, lists to be made. But if you wake up in the morning, you have another day to do it. Your sleep is so important. And just like everything else we talk about, the problems my clients have, pain and stress and all that, a lot of times we get it because of bad habits. So we do something constantly over and over, it becomes a habit. That's part of the problem. So let's create new habits. So when it is time for bed, we'll talk about co-sleeping with children on another video. I'm not a fan. But anyway, when it's time for bed, make it an event. Make it an actual occurrence every day, not a haphazard, it's time to fall toward the bedroom and eventually at some point go to sleep. Have a protocol that you follow. So first and foremost, this needs to go away. I have made a rule for myself when I start getting ready for bed, notification noises are off. I use it for my alarm. I do use it for my alarm, but you can turn your notification noise off, and you don't get a ding, you don't get a ping, nothing, because you're going to stay aware. So this needs to be notifications are done. Or out of the room, preferably out of the room. I just don't have an alarm clock. Yes, out of the room is best choice, but definitely notifications off. Our brains do have a hard time stopping sometimes, and if we have a big event coming up, that's part of what keeps us up. So let's get old-fashioned for a minute. Grab a notepad and a pen, and when you have a thought of if you have an event the next day or something coming up, write it down. Don't get your phone out and type it, because then your lights are coming on and everything's back notified. Write it down. Write it down, it's there, and then you can be done with that thought. You're not going to lose it. So that can be done in your mind. TV off. Not a fan of TV in the room.
Right.
So, I fall asleep with it. No, you're not.
No.
Sleeping time is time for sleeping. So let's get that. That's what you're there for. It's time to sleep.
And
did you want to add something?
I was just going to say, the time that you go ahead and start this process, right? Not start the process at 11. I think our bodies do a lot of healing at a cellular level between 10 and 2. So go ahead, maybe if you're asleep by 10, that'd be incredible.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
No, come on, we can do it.
But you're saying aim for something. Don't just haphazardly fall into bed at some hour. Do it on purpose. Don't fall asleep on the couch. Be intentional. Yes. So that's the first part of the protocol. Phone is off. Write down if you have a thought you're just afraid you're going to lose, write it down. So that's the first part. The second part is how we can incorporate these oils. There are many, many ways. So first of all, most people are familiar with the diffusers. So we have the diffuser, have your oils picked out. When you get up in the morning, pick your oils out you're going to use that night and put it by your diffuser. Prepare, like I said, make an event about this. Make it a special occasion. Prepare for it so you're more ready. So have your oil picked out, what you're going to use that night, have it ready to go by your diffuser. And again, let the kids get involved in that process. It's such a good idea. Let's say you have puffy eyes or a headache. Get a bowl of ice water and a small towel and put, how many drops would you say if you're going to keep this by your bed?
Just one.
Okay.
Really just one drop.
And then keep this cool rag over the eyes and you're out.
Yeah.
Yes? Yeah. So that's another way you can use it. Great. Then we have the way that I love is top on the body. So this is one of the roller applications, and we can use this on the bottom of our feet. If you have a loved one that can rub it down your spine, and that is because the nervous system, we're stimulating the nervous system.
Reflex points.
Reflex points. Put that on the body there. And then you had mentioned we were going to talk about breathe. Yeah. For those of us that have snoring partners.
Or maybe ourselves. But breathe is a respiratory blend with peppermint and laurel, melaleuca, cardamom, which, speaking of how we source oils, cardamom comes from Guatemala. It's another place that doTERRA is really pouring into this developing country and building a vibrant economy there. But great for respiratory support. So if someone in your family is a big snorer, there's a great trick to put 1 drop of breathe on the pads of the big toes. Okay. That's the reflex point for the head. And it almost always takes care of the snoring.
Awesome.
Just do that every night.
And if that doesn't work, check their jaw. Just saying. Getting the anatomical side of it in there.
Right, yeah.
But the clients ask me, should I try this? Should I try that? Should I try this treatment, this type of therapy? And my opinion is try all the things.
Yeah.
because we don't know how our nervous system responds versus another person's. I will never respond well to acupuncture. Not going to like it, you know, so, but just try it. It can't hurt to try it.
Yeah.
So that was the topical application. Then we have jewelry. They have jewelry now that you can actually put on, and the stones are lava stones. So you would put a drop on the stone, and then you have it with you. You can obviously, if you wanted to sleep with it, you could, but it's also good to wear throughout your day if you have those stressors coming up at work. I know they make necklaces as well. They also have diffusers for your car.
Yeah.
So there's multiple ways we can incorporate this into our day to build a pattern that is something positive and something you actually look forward to. Like I get my clients come to me the morning of their massage and like, I already felt better before I got here. I'm like, it's because your brain knows you're about to do something good for it. Yeah. So if you have this plan set for you at night and you start as a routine doing this every night, your body falls into that good pattern. And you teach your brain, this is time to calm down, time to sleep. And then start just experimenting with different oils. And we have the breathe you talked about, the vetiver, lavender is kind of very well known. And then wild orange and cedarwood are great choices for sleeping time.
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
I must put a plug in for food.
Yeah.
Not to be eating right at the bedtime.
Yes.
Get your digestion going and keeping you awake. But just regulating blood sugar throughout the day by healthy meals at regular intervals with a good healthy protein and some healthy fat.
Yes.
I think that's key. I have a lot of people telling me they wake up around 3 a.m. and I think that's like a cortisol boost because their blood sugar is a little wonky. So I'm real food Carolyn, so I had to say something.
Absolutely. Well, we're big picture, globally speaking. I say that like a million times a day. But yes, it is. Everything has to be on track for you to, as Dr. John would say, live life at optimal. To be our best selves, we have to have all the things working together. So food is definitely important. This is another avenue that we can incorporate. Because we need help every day to help deal with the stress, because the stressors don't usually stop. Like some bad situations will come to an end, but work is always going to be there. Children are always going to be there. Our busyness isn't going to stop. It just changes as we go through seasons of life. So this is the answer, one of the answers of how to better train yourself to find that peace and happiness at the end of your day.
Yeah. Bringing your body into balance.
Yes, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for being with us today, Carolyn. Thank you so much for your expertise and wisdom in the oil situation that everyone's very interested in. We'll make sure to put a link to everything in the video. So please try some oils and incorporate it into your routine and continue on your journey to be relentless in your pursuit of true health and happiness. Thanks.